you go. Welcome, everyone. I'm super excited for you to be here. This is our Tuesday Talks. This is a space for real conversations with women who have chosen to listen to themselves in, especially around the seasons where we've got health and life and direction really starts to shift. Each week we share honest stories, not polished, not perfect, just real reflections about change, about growth, and about becoming. So today I'm super excited to welcome back Rose. Now, Rose is like me and helps women to create her own business online, especially those in our season of life over 50. And I really want to thank you so much, Rose. I know we were scheduled for last week and you had a bit of a mishap, so I hope everything is going well for you. So welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much, Kathryn. I'm so pleased to be here finally. And I'm so sorry for all the mess around, all the
Oh,
messing
no,
around.
not at all. We were just absolutely looking forward to hearing from you. So let's go back a little bit before the changes that you're living now. So I know you're traveling in your camper van and you've got this beautiful lifestyle that you travel around. You were looking after someone's little doggy and got a little bit of a had a hospital visit because he had a bit of a nip at you, but but yes, being able to travel. So take us back a little bit before what you're living now. What was life feeling like for you from day to day? And when did you first get that sense that something inside you was starting to shift?
Well, I've always worked in corporate, and
Mhm.
I guess since about, say, 2013, I started taking on more and more responsibility in my job, and I was an office manager, and then I bought into the business, and that just came with more and more and more responsibility, and I was always taking work home, taking work away. I couldn't take any holidays other than the Christmas break because I was in construction industry. So we shut down with in line with our clients over Christmas, and that was always my holidays. And occasionally, sometimes I would be lucky enough to be able to wangle a week here and there during the year, but generally not. And it all always depended on what the availability of other admin staff. So yeah, long hours, exhausted, stressed. It was a very stressful environment, male dominated environment. Um, so yeah, it was, I don't know. I just started to think there's got to be more. I was like, in a sense, I loved my job, but I just found it very, very stressful, and I was constantly taking the worry home with me, and
Mm.
sleepless nights and all of that. And then I think it was about 2020 when the world shut down and things went a bit crazy, and everyone started working from home. And then I just started thinking, I'm loving, loving being able to work from home, but also started to think, I wanted more and I wanted to be able to travel. And I had a lot of friends that were a little older than me that were traveling in caravans. And I would sometimes meet them for the the Christmas holidays and, spend a week or two with them over that time. And then I'd be saying goodbye to them when they'd keep going and I'd have to go back to work. And that went on for a couple of years. And then I just thought, I started looking for work online and I started looking at ads, but everything was still, it was very, 9 to 5 or
Mm.
more,
Or more.
or,
Yeah.
deadlines and, yeah, or more, and deadlines and all the things. And I just thought, it, nothing was sitting right in my head. And then I set up a bookkeeping business, and I thought that's the answer. And then I thought, hang on a minute, that's still deadlines, and it's not a lot of money. And I had one client, and I was doing that on top of my normal job,
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
renting out car. I was renting out cars as well, and I was just trying to earn money, just trying to get ahead and that hope of being able to retire. And then I had a financial planner and I'm looking at everything and it's like, this is never, I'm going to be 67.
Mm.
Anyway, cut a long story short, a family friend was doing this online thing and I was just watching her and watching her and watching her. And like she was this person that was always similar to me, I guess, working her butt off, but she had a million children, or she had 3 children, and worked in a cafe, and she was always like long hours.
Mm.
And all of a sudden I started seeing a change in her, and she was always posting this stuff on Facebook, and I was always wondering what she was doing, but I don't know, it just I didn't think about it. And then she came to visit me one day
Hmm.
with her 15-year-old daughter, I think, 15-year-old daughter. And I think this is not the Celia I know, because she would normally be running around doing all these things. And to come to a concert in Melbourne with a daughter, I just thought something's changed, what's going on. So I sat her down and we chatted about what she's doing. And she showed me this webinar. And I went, wow, this is my answer. And that was kind of maybe November. And then I
Hmm.
went to visit her family, who's my best friend from school. I went to visit her over the Christmas holidays, and I met somebody, I think one of the other leaders in this online space.
Hmm.
Um, and she just finished traveling around Australia with her three kids and a husband in a caravan
Wow.
doing it. And she was a nurse and a midwife, again, working really long hours. She was on her third baby, I think, and she didn't want to go back to work. So
Hmm.
after having the child, so that's when she went looking for online work and found this. And so I
Hmm.
met her and grilled her and all of that. And then after the long drive back to Melbourne, after that Christmas holidays, I thought about it the whole way and thought, right, this is what I'm doing. So I went into work on the Monday after and quit my job.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So you just like jumped straight in it. Like, had enough. I'm moving forward. I've got the answer and I'm going for it. So
Yeah,
that's incredible. And of course, you don't have to do it that way. Like a lot of people come into this space and they start slowly and build alongside their current career. So there's no expectations that you jump out of the fire and straight into something that possibly unaware of. So that's
no.
amazing. That's an amazing
But
story.
no, I was just confident that that's was the answer. And
Yeah.
it just gave me the confidence to be able to get out of an unhappy situation, because I wasn't enjoying living in Melbourne, because I'm a summer person and a hot weather person and not a cold. And, there were certain aspects of the job that I didn't love as well. So it was
Mm,
just like, it was time to choose me and do what I wanted to do.
mm,
And as I got more, I didn't really know what I was jumping into. But I just saw the proof and just
mm,
thought, I just need to give this a go.
mm. Was
And
there was there anything particular that, I mean, yes, you could see the transformation, how people were living their life differently, being out of that stress and out of that busyness of being busy. Was there anything particular? Because there's a lot of businesses out there. And just to clarify a little bit, was there something particular that you saw that would support you in being able to step out of what you're already doing in corporate into the online space? Was there anything particular that yeah, spoke to you?
yeah, well, I think I saw the transformation in Celia. I saw that her grow um personally, professionally, and just get having that freedom, I guess, and the ability for her to be able to travel like she was while she's earning an income and supporting other people. And I guess that's what I love too. It wasn't
Yeah.
just me earning an income, it's me helping, learning how to support other people to do the same. Because I know that there's so many people out there that are stuck and feeling like I was. And it's like, I just want to shout it from the rooftops now and tell everyone what's available. And it's like, I have not had a sleepless night
Yeah.
since I got my M Guard.
Yes.
Um, and and I don't think it's so much the stress, the lack of stress, and it may be a little bit, that may be a contributing factor, but I
Mm,
think just not having those EMFs going
mm,
through my house and the motorhome and all of that.
mm.
Um,
So just to
because
give
I
everyone,
noticed when I traveled to,
yeah, sorry, just
sorry,
to give
I was
everyone
going to
a
explain
little
that.
bit of context about what EMF is.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Es- Especially in a small environment, there you are. So in your home, we are surrounded by these electromagnetic fields, which are yeah, just everywhere with our mobile devices, with our computers, with our microwaves, whatever it might be.
Modems.
Modems, and yeah, just having that internet, Starlink, especially, that are operating all the time. So the EMF just is a blocker. It harmonizes those radiation frequencies, so that yeah, just takes away that the dangerous part of what everyone is on now. Having all these devices. So thank you. I just wanted to interject that. I know you were coming to it, but thank you.
Yes. Because I really notice when I travel and I don't take it with me, I go
Mm,
back to having sleepless nights,
okay.
tossing and turning. And when I have it with me, I don't. So
Mm,
um yeah, that's a big it's so clearly obvious to me that it makes a difference.
mm. Yes,
But yeah,
absolutely.
I haven't had a sleepless night since I've had it when I've had it
Mm.
with me.
Mm. Well, that's a great testimonial. Thank you for that. And
I know.
so much of the change, like you said, it's not just about a different way to make money. It's so encompassing. So you're working on your health, you're working on being able to give back. And for us women, I think there's this innate need to be able to do something that's worthwhile in this world. And helping people with their health, helping people with their financial situations to set them up for, a more comfortable retirement. Because I know for one, my I was the same. My retirement looked absolutely lousy, and I did not want to, rely on the government to tell me how much I'm allowed to spend and what I'm allowed to do, and just that would just irk me. So
Yeah.
it's just so much of this change we're talking about isn't always external. What has changed for you now, not just in your circumstances? Yes, you're able to go traveling and do all these things that you really wanted to do, and get out of that stressful situation. How are you feeling about yourself, your life, and who you're becoming in this stage of your life by having this business and this community?
The community is just incredible. I have made so many friends along the
Mm,
way. Both, as I pass through their towns, I meet up with people that are doing the same business. When we've traveled, when we've been to the convention in San Diego last year and again in
mm,
Japan coming up in June. I've just met so many people and everything from people at my level right through to the leaders. And they're just so down to earth. And I just, just love everything about it. There's so much support, so much training, and it's not just training how to do the business, it's also personal development.
mm,
Stuff that I've been saying no to over my working career, I've never done any form of personal development. And the
mm.
stuff that I've learned and still learning is just incredible. And yeah, just so much more confident,
Beautiful.
so much more confident.
Yeah, I love the personal development side. I touched on that as a teenager, but then I got into motherhood and all those me things went out the window because you're working, you're studying, you've got your family, you're doing the do and everything. So yeah, I love that you added that in as well because it's such an important aspect of running a business where you're helping other people is to have a beautiful mindset. Um, Develop confidence, develop, self-awareness, develop how to interact again with people. We in a corporate job, communication is focused around around work and around, especially being in a male dominated area, I suppose for you. It's learning how to communicate and deeper with women, and that's who we're attracting in women who want deeper connections and have that space to do something for themselves. And oh gosh, I just found with my work it was quite insular as well, and I really needed to learn how to communicate again. If you'd said to me a few years ago that I would be doing interviews, I would be going, "Oh my God, no way!" I'd be, red and flustered and wouldn't know what to say. But you learn and you grow and you push those little bits of boundaries to really have that. Um, that confidence. And the only way to get confidence is to start doing it. So, yeah, that's just incredible. And
Mm.
I was going to say, this one is really important. So, for women who may be feeling a little bit, oh my goodness, I could never do that. I know for myself, I came in as an absolute beginner. What would you say to women who, have that feeling that there's a quiet pull that but they haven't acted yet? They've got dreams on their hearts, but they don't know how to get there. What do you wish someone had told you earlier that might help, someone watching now trust their own timing?
I think if you really have a burning desire to make a change, just reach out and ask the questions, watch the webinar, have a chat to you. Um, if you, because seriously, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it, you're
Mm.
choosing to stay stuck in that situation. If not this, then what? If not now, then when? It's just like it does make a massive difference. And I just say, jump off that fence and do the thing.
It
Yeah,
isn't
I mean,
it isn't for everybody, and we totally get that. But you don't know if you don't know. So having that first look is one big brave step, whether it's for you or not. At least you're having a look at what's out there, and that's the first step into changing your situation or improving your situation, or fulfilling those goals. Yeah. Love
mm,
that. Thanks. Yeah, did anything I think we finished on that one. So thank you so much for sharing so honestly. And I really appreciate you coming back in. I know you're still in the healing mode, so thank you so much. And to anyone here, if any of this conversation resonated for you, just let it sit gently. There's no need to rush it. If you do want to have a conversation, reach out to either Rose or myself. And this awareness is always comes before clarity. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Choose freedom, choose purpose, and choose the life that expands you. Thank you so much, Rose.
my absolute pleasure.
Okay, bye everyone.